reason I was muted.
Shoot, I was hoping to be 12:06. Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's all right. All right, it looks like we're live now. Hello, everyone. Has it been a month, Bobbie?
It has, but I guess we're going to be doing these monthly now.
Yeah, well, hey, Renata, thanks for joining. Say hello if you guys are here. Apologies for being 6 minutes late. Guys, I forgot how to set up the tech to be able to do it because it's been a while since Bobbie and I have been live.
Yes, I had to look things up this morning too. Is this the one where I go somewhere or Kelly sends me a link?
Okay, good. At least it wasn't just me. Let me grab the link and share it to the group really quick. But Bobbie, in the meantime, do you have any announcements for how to work with you, your upcoming live events, any workshops coming up that you'd love to share?
Yes. Okay. Actually, I am going to be taking a bit of a vacation because my therapy practice is over in 9 days. So if you want to get in to see me, you go to www.bobbieg.com. And I still have a few openings left where I can do readings for people. And then after my staycation, like after the first week, after maybe the 6th of September, I will be more available for readings and life coaching, which I'm having great fun doing. And I'm going to be at the Wind River Casino Psychic Fair, along with multiple other people. Great day here in Reading to have fun. For those of you in the North State to come up, you get to experience lots of different variety of the ways people channel metaphysical stuff. And I will be there too, doing my usual thing.
I'm going to add a link to that in the chat room right now. Bobbie's live fair.
Yes. And that's at Wind River, and you can check it out. Reading Psychic Fair, I believe it's called. And then, of course, the www.bobbieg.com for those of you who want life coaching. And
let me link to that really quick, too, if you guys want a personal reading session with Bobbie. Just click that link and be redirected to a typical checkout page. You'll schedule it and pay all in one shot. It's $150 if you'd like to deep dive with Bobbie. But let's go ahead and say hi to a couple people who have come on. Guys, thanks for joining in. Sorry for taking about like a 3 or 4 week break there. Hey, Renata. Hey, Felicia's in the house. Emily made it. Jess, yay, they're back. We're back. We're going to figure out a new schedule for you guys too, whether it's going to be once a week, once a month, or twice a month. We're going to figure out a whole new schedule. But there was this essentially Bobbie lived in California where the fires were at. So we took a week or two from that. And then I hit an upper limit, guys. So that's why I didn't continue to go live. I apologize. We have J73. Hello. Janice made it. Danielle's in the house. What's up, Dees? Linda made it. Good morning, Linda. What state is that? Her fair is in California. Hey, Chris made it. Hey, Ashley made it. Ashley, I sent you a text. Did you get it? I'll send you a Facebook message after this. But okay, so guys, my quick announcements are I have an upcoming synchronization workshop. It is, let me just copy the link for you guys. This is for those of you who are just ready to take a big leap. Just take a big leap in life and kind of become the whole new you. That's like that leap of faith. And you just kind of want to be the new person now. You want to like bypass the months it normally takes of affirmations and anxiety and stress and worry. You just want to be the new you now and in like a gentle unfoldment way. I'm doing another synchronization workshop. And it's going to be September 1st. It's going to be up to 4 hours because I want everyone to get a spot in the hot seat. Everyone who wants to speak with spirit, this is how to do it. Okay, so without further ado, Bobbie, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'm still resting up from the fires. Why don't you go first?
All right, everyone. So go ahead, get comfortable in your seats. Go ahead and relax, allowing your shoulders to drop down, closing your eyes, getting grounded, centered, and present in this current moment, here and now, exhaling out, breathing in, Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Oh, okay. For many of you, you are on the right path. You are on the right path. You are doing everything right. For some of you, you may not be on the ultimate path to the end all be all. You are on the right path still. For many of you, you've had events kind of like Bobbie or like Kelly, where there was a fire that distracted you and took your attention away. Or maybe you took the day job temporarily until you sort things out. Or like Kelly, she hit a little bit of an upper limit, so took a little time to do her own shadow work. Many of you like to call it that. And you guys viewed that as a derailing on a side path that hit a hard end, but in reality, you were on the same right path all along. So we invite all of you to do right here, right now. Go ahead and wiggle your shoulders around a little more. Continue to loosen that energy. Getting more grounded here in this present moment, right here, right now. Beginning to feel that resonance with yourself, with your own inner being. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Continuing to breathe at your own pace and your own rhythm. Allow in your mind now for your inner being, your own spirit guides, your higher self, to guide you to 3 thoughts of how you are on the right path. Just give it a try, allowing 3 thoughts to come to your mind of something that you've learned, something that you now do easier, or something that you accomplished that will help with the ultimate manifestation. Breathing in. Breathing out. In. Out. Okay, some of you were able to do this. For some of you, we're picking up a little bit of judgment. So we're going to give you some examples with Kelly. Kelly is kind of on a path of rebuilding her relationship with her body, with her sexuality, and with the size that she'd like it to be. In the beginning, she used to be, I just need to lose weight. I just need to lose weight. Very hard about it, very masculine energy about it. She's kind of eased up a bit and went, you know what? I'm actually just looking for a feeling of being sexy, a feeling of feeling alive and vibrant in my body, a feeling of feeling desired by the opposite sex. And in that, she hasn't lost any weight. That's what we were talking about. You guys were on a path for the ultimate manifestation. She derailed and went, I can't keep killing myself this way at the gym. Instead of viewing it as a derailing, taking the time she's been reading some new books, and books that have been helping her repair, reestablish that relationship with her body, that her and her body are one. Instead of viewing it as the enemy, you're this, you're that, you're too big, you have to go to the gym and work hard. It's now, when she wakes up, it's like, thank you, body. Thank you for getting me through the day. We're a team. What do you need right now? And sometimes she'll feel her body say, a little more sleep. So she'll catnap another 20 minutes. Sometimes, like this morning, her body went, we want to go to the gym and work hard. We want to lift some weights. It's that communion. The ultimate goal is a lighter body. Taking the side step to read the book that's helping her reestablish that healthy connection, the feeling better connection to her body, isn't a derailed attempt. It's part of this journey. So the more that you can allow, there a lot of you go, the more that you can allow yourself to, I now realize that I'm very thankful that I can earn money online. Well, now I'm really thankful that I did upgrade my kitchen when I did. Well, you know what? I am kind of glad I took the day job, at least for a while. It's helping me realize that others see me as the leader, that others see me as a face of a company. Do you see how that's not a derailment, but it's on this journey? Your inner being is always guiding you on the path of least resistance to your ultimate goal. Kelly wants to be a smaller size. It's not a straight path. Sometimes it's okay, let's get a healthier relationship around men. Let's get a healthier relationship around women. Let's get a healthier relationship with food. Let's get a healthier relationship with my body. Let's get a healthier relationship with working out. It's that path that we want you guys to be okay with. And with that, we do open it to some one-on-ones, and they want to read for Ashley. So I don't know what's going on in your life, Ashley, but hit us with your questions, and Bobbie and I will just start going. Or Bobbie, did you have anything to add?
Well,
sorry.
we were going to address some of what Kelly was saying from a different perspective. What is being talked about is changes. Life is about ever evolving, ever moving, ever flowing changes. And the more you can embrace the beauty and the wonder of the changes presented to you and the possibilities presented to you, the easier the flow will be. What Kelly is talking about is flowing with what she wants and incorporating what she sees as what is right now, knowing that she has the capacity to change. Whoops.
That was me, sorry.
She has the capacity to change should she choose to. What we invite all of you to do is to be aware of what it is you want different in your lives. And when you want the different from a place of not good, from a place of less than, from a place of struggle and out of alignment with what is, so you're fighting against, that creates resistance that makes it hard for you to move into what you want to do. The more you can notice what is and go, oh, okay, this is the set of circumstances that is, and this is why that is absolute perfection in this moment. This is why that's exactly where I need to be right now. And the way I know it's where I need to be right now is because that's where I am. And if things were a little different, I might like it to look like this. That's a possibility that I'm opening up to, but I'm not attached to it. Because from where I'm sitting right now, what is feels a little uncomfortable. And I want to feel comfortable with what is, so that as I move into what I want, I take that knowing that life is perfection and moving into a new opportunity of a new perfection without making the old bad and wrong. What Kelly is doing is paying attention to what she likes about her body, what's good about her life, what's of value, and then from that place moving into, but this would be sweet too, but that would be nice too. And from that place, you can see there's a flow that happens rather than, I just don't like my body and I'm going to get blah, 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 blah. That effortful place would be making self bad and wrong. So whatever change you're looking at, whether it's body, whether it's job, whether it's mate, whether it's self-improvement, we invite you to appreciate the beauty of where you're at right now. Even if you're saying, oh, Gregory, I don't think I can find any beauty in this. We challenge you. There is always beauty in every situation, in every opportunity. Your life is beautiful if you allow yourself to see it. And then move forward from that beauty saying, okay, so the job I've got has this and this and this wrong, but there's that and that and that I love about the job. And those parts are what I'm enjoying and growing and learning from. And I can see I could stay here and learn more, but I also am being pulled over here to something that's new and exciting and possible. So I think I'd like to take what I've got here and move into this new possibility from the place of adventure, excitement, and movement forward. And so too is it with relationships, with others, and with yourself. Always appreciating where you're at, the beauty of it, and from that place saying, yeah, I could stay here. I could make it work. And this over here feels really zesty. I think I'm going to try for some of that, because life is about changes. Changes are good because you're a growing, changing, ever-evolving being that wants to expand. And those expansions serve you well. And that is our addition to what Kelly had to say.
Bobbie, I love doing your words, your tone, your voice, Gregory's energy. It's so soothing. It's so soothing. Guys, and to give you a little bit of a like one thing that I do when spirit kind of comes through with a message like this, I go back and I think, a year ago, what was my problem? What was my big problem? And then I realized, oh, this current problem isn't so bad. This current problem is kind of good. Someone said hi to you, Bobbie. I want to go find the comments so you can get
okay. And please excuse the dog barking. We have somebody at the door. My husband hasn't corralled her yet.
We like some dogs energy. Hey, Lori. Lori, are you the Lori that just messaged me on Facebook? Sup, Lori? DP Cannon. Diane is in the house and happy to see Bobbie and Kelly together. Oh, guys, thank you for the love.
Thank you.
Oh, Gucci the Goats made it. Gucci, how's your book doing? Is it published yet? Neva Bartel. Hello, hello. Hey, Queen's in the house. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah. Spirit was just like, Ashley. Antoinette's in the house. Homie, I was thinking about you, and I've been utilizing that exercise that Spirit shared with you in the last little package we had. I was like, there's some good sessions there. Okay, so Ashley's question, Bobbie. I am actually working on figuring out the Blonde's Guide thing, since that seems to be my newest focus. She's creating the Blonde's Guide. It's her she's kind of just making marketing super simple for people. That's what the Blonde's Guide is. So she's kind of figuring out that. I think the job isn't going to pan out, so I'm a little scared of what is next. Let me see if there's another comment by her. Oh, here's the comment to you, Fransos Alexander. I hope I'm pronouncing that Fransos. There's an O in there. He's saying, perfect, thanks for this. Good to see you, Bobbie, with a wink. So,
thank you.
Hey, Maury. Hey, Renata. Oh, Renata. Renate and Renata's here. Hey, Renata, what's up? Maury's appreciate. Emily's going, wow, wow, wow. Hey,
I want to go back to Ashley for a minute.
Okay. The day job seems stalled, so I'm stuck. Okay, we're going to get you. Bobbie's going first.
As you listen to the words that you're saying, my darling, we want you to make them more expansive. You're stuck. You think this blonde, whatever that blonde thing was, a marketing could be. You're at a place where you're being tentative. And we want you to begin to speak this opportunities coming forward in your life from a more expansive place, from a more, Kelly can give you some really good words to use. And we want you to hear the difference between her words and your words, because remember that your word is law in the universe. People don't understand when we say that many times. Your word is law in the universe, because when you speak out your word, you're affirming what you believe, think, and the energy of your vibration. So if you're saying, I feel stuck, I don't know what to do, I think this isn't going anywhere, you're going in your energy. When you flow with possibility, right now I'm looking for new opportunities because where I'm at right now is okay, but not quite serving me. I'm looking for new possibilities, and I'm excited about those new possibilities and the opportunities that come forward. You're talking about the same thing, but you're speaking in a way that invites flow and invites vibration and invites opportunity and possibility, Ashley. And so we really want you to be in that because we can sense an energy in you that's wanting to flow, but it's running up against the blocking words, doubts, and beliefs about what you can't do. And when you do that, it creates a stuckness. And you know this, you've been here before, and this is a new possibility that we want you to open to. Okay. And that is what we are saying as Kelly's moving around, showing us flow and how it moves.
Oh my God, I didn't realize how much I missed this until right now. Okay, so yeah, well, obviously Bobbie's spot on. But okay, so Ashley, there's an exercise that we got to do, and everyone, this is gonna help with a lot of you on here. What? Stand up. Everyone just stand up. And I went and grabbed my heels because for me, I feel a little more empowered when I'm in heels. I don't need them to feel empowered, but I do it. And so we're going to do what's called hero poses. Can everyone see? Is this a good?
A little bit, the light behind you is making you dark.
You can see my mess. Those are tarot cards, guys. Look, I set up my couch so that I can just play with my tarot cards in the morning. Okay, I can't really.
There, that's good.
Okay, so hero pose, like, how would Superwoman stand? How would Wonder Woman stand? You can put your hands on your wrist, but you want on your wrists, on your waist.
Waist. It's a waist, Kelly. Mm-hmm. But it's not wasted. It's waist.
Okay, so put your hands back, and no matter what, you don't want to like force your shoulders back. You want to lift with your sternum, because as my guides told me to do it. Bobbie shared that it aligns all your chakras just from a pose, especially your heart. I hope I caught that right when you taught me that, Bobbie. But you want to like the part of your chest that's kind of solid here. You want to, as if fishing rods, pulling it up. And you could do the Mark Anthony pose. You could do a Superman pose, whatever pose you want. Let me tap back into Ashley's energy. So Ashley, are you standing? Okay, so Ashley, stand, because a lot of what's happening, Ashley, is there's a strong desire for what you want, and there's an old disempowered state that's holding you back a little bit. So if you stand in this pose, it does align your energy and your chakras, and it puts you at the forefront of, I am guiding my life, because that's a little bit of the disempowerment that you're feeling right now. There's a little bit of well, others need to sign up with me. They give me the power. Well, this company is the one in charge of when it starts. And we're going to share a story with you. Kelly's starting to work a little bit more with local clients. And from that, there was one local client where I would love to work with her. Kelly requires, hear that word, we know it's strong, requires that people fill out an application to work with her, because it gives her good insight to see if she would be someone that she can actually help. It's a matter of trying to save both people time. It was the day before, and the lady had not filled out that application yet. And she just wrote back and said, hey, love, I assume you just got busy with the day-to-day of things, and that's okay. If I don't see your application in by 10 a.m. tomorrow, we'll just go ahead and reschedule our discovery call. Here's the link just in case you get time beforehand. The application was filled out. And it wasn't that Kelly didn't need the money at all. Does she have a little bit of a runway? Yes. But does she have big goals, like actually buying a house and trips and vacations? So would it have been nice? Yes. Is it needed in a couple months? Yes. But it's treating it like it's not do or die. Okay, and they want to hear your thoughts on that. They want to hear your thoughts on that before we continue. Danielle, Kelly just saw 111 when I was thinking December was right for me. Ah, Danielle, I want you there. Hey, Danielle, there's still bonus spots for that too. Hey, Margie joined us. Gardner joined us. Ashley, go ahead and let me know where you're at. And everyone else, make sure when you do the hero pose, as I'm waiting for Ashley, like one thing that I did here, let me share this with you. Bobbie, you'll probably like this too. Because I was only able to reframe this because of a lot of the work that you and I did together.
All right.
I took a lot of my disempowered statements. I am the woman who walks into the room and commands attention, and I love it. The disempowered statement of that was, you want to go for what have you been told your whole life that you're too much of? I was always told your body is too much. If you couple that with your boisterous, loud personality, you're too much, you're too much. And I was also told with a body like that, things are just going to be handed to you. So I went the opposite of that. I would wear baggy clothes. I would I went to UC Berkeley. I didn't necessarily want to, but I was like, nope, I'm going to the #1 public university because I'm smart. My body has nothing to do with it. So I took those and I reframed it. I am the woman who walks into the room and commands attention. Like when I walk into a room, people tend to notice me. You see how that's owning it versus trying to go the other route of proving?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. My other one has an F. I am rich AF and I love it because that was one thing too. So I grew up with parents who had poverty mindset, but I grew up with grandparents who were very well off. So I had a conflicted kind of relationship with money. Anytime I'd go to my grandparents, the nice part of town, and I'd come home with like jewelry, or my grandma would have a friend who went to London during the Spice Girl rave, and I'd come home with all these Spice Girl things from London that none of my local friends had. I would always, in my grandma's part of town, people were like, oh, that's so great. We're so happy. When I'd get to my part of town, I was always shamed for it. So I always had that dual. Do you have anything you want to add, Bobbie, or are you just nodding?
I'm just thinking of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Have you ever read that?
I haven't read it yet, but that one and Napoleon's Rich Think Rich, Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich.
Those two are calling to me right now.
Because what you're talking about, we're going to speak at this at a different perspective, Kelly. And we want people to hear this. If Kelly gets stuck in the drama that she was born into, she can't move forward. What she's doing with that is owning it. And the beauty of what happened for you, Kelly, is you got a chance that most people don't get. Many people get born into, it's kind of like the movie Overboard. She's born into rich and then she experiences poverty and then she goes back and she gets to choose. If you get more than one life experience to choose from, it gives you a broader perspective. You knew what it was like to feel shame, to feel poverty, to feel like you had to fit in here, and you knew what it was like to feel abundant. And you got to see how different people made choices, and you get to choose without making either one of those wrong. They're just different paths. Some people would say, my grandma's way of living with all the money and everything just doesn't call to me. I like the comfort and the ease and the just, hanging out sort of thing that goes on with the folks down home. And others would say, no, I want absolutely to be in abundance and affluence and have lots of money. And some people see one as good or bad. They're both just opportunities. This is Gregory speaking. If you will take the time to look out on the planet, my darlings, that's why we wrote the book, The Choice. If we want you to see the multitude of possibilities in your own town, there's rich, there's poor, there's working, there's homeless, there's people that are in monogamous relationships, people that are in multiple relationships, people that don't have relationships, people that like to travel, people that like to stay home. There's countries where it's all natural and they live in the woods. There's country where it's all city. Your planet is the Garden of Eden with multiple possibilities for you to choose from if you just wake up and face your own fear about, this is what we notice. Our physical friends, when we tell them they've got all the choices, like, Gregory, I can't deal with all these choices. Yes, you can. You don't have to do all of them. You make a choice like Kelly made a choice by looking at what you were, where you want to go, and what's your next step, and doing that board that she did. of reaffirming anything you think is negative into a positive and owning who you are. We like that phrase, Kelly. You own who you are.
Well, yes. Yes. And it's because I deliberately tend to my vortex every day.
Yes.
Okay, so I think Ashley knocked off. So let us know, guys, if there's any questions on anything that we've said and about finding the statements that people have said, you're too this, you're too this, you're too bossy, you're too skinny, you're too whatever. How can you flip those into my body does give me opportunities and I love it. Like, see how you can do, if you have any questions on that, and then go ahead and comment the word me, and we're just going to go on to the next person. It looks like Ashley popped off. We had a little more for her, but oh well.
Well, remember, Kelly, huge bunches of what we gave to Ashley is for everybody else who's listening, my darling. You know that.
Oh, that's right. Sometimes I forget that. I've been going back and listening to some of my like very beginning channels I've done for people, and I'll like hear a message for myself, and I'm like, oh, Spirit, I was just trying to edit this right now. I didn't want my next like growth. Okay, Bobbie, do you want to fill into the next person, or do you just want me to pick them?
You go ahead. You got control of the board, baby. We just jump on when it's appropriate.
Okay, Janice, Christine, Emily, Renate. And we're going to be able to go through some of these. I think I have a feeling we're going to pick up our pace. Chris, it's you. Fist bump, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Hello, darling. See you all over the Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Oh, and I got a client later today. I got a client early tomorrow. Maybe I'll be in Facebook tomorrow.
I just want to let people who are used to seeing me playing more. I haven't been playing more. This is Bobbie coming through because of the fires, and I didn't even have a computer for a while. But I'm in an incredible transitional growth period right now, where what I need to do is just kind of hang out and be. So if you don't see me on all the spots you used to see me, know I will be back. I'll be back with a happy tone. I'll be back.
I think it's interesting how you've been going through a lot of internal shifts, you know, ending one job and a lot of growth of putting yourself out there on the spiritual side. And then you just had a fire around you too. It's like, that can't have been, I don't support the fire, obviously, and I don't like the devastation, but it's like,
you look for the rainbows in it.
I am almost positivity. Okay, so we're just waiting for Chris's question. But I'm like, I've been picturing you as like literally the phoenix being reborn.
And there were a lot of lessons in the fire. For those of you who follow me on Facebook know that my husband stayed and I didn't. And when the time came, I said, I don't want to leave without you. He said, I have to stay. I can't fight the fire if I'm gone. I said, I'm leaving. He said, I need you to. I'm staying. And I said, okay. And we were absolutely clear, and we've talked about it several times since, that my life's journey, I had to follow the intuition that said it's time to go. And I had a set of things that happened for me. His was to stay. And there was a set of things that happened for him. And out of all that, we both got different lessons that we get to come back and share with each other. And we are creating a whole new life. Here I am transitioning out of my therapy practice to be full-time Gregory and an author, by the way. That's going to be huge, I found out. And the fire happens. It's kind of like, it was huge. Transition, transition, transition.
Okay, so it looks like Chris's question about the same things. So many things and making lots of transitions. So it sounds like she's just looking for a general to kind of soothe through this transition. Do you want me to go first, Bobbie?
It looks like you're ready to. I can do it if you want me to.
Chris, I'm picking up that you're at kind of like a fork in the road. Let me call him in more. Chris, this is one of those times in life. A lot of your spiritual growth up until now has kind of been guided by spirit. Here's the next thing you need. Here's the next thing you need. Here's the next thing you need. In law of attraction terms, what that was, though, you did some math some years ago. Spirit was guiding you to the fruition of those. You've kind of come to a conclusion of a lot of those, obtaining some financial freedom and some other things in your life and some spiritual ability and a lot of spiritual knowledge. Now it's kind of at a point of doing a new ask, and we're like a fork in the road. And we'll give you an example that we think you'll really, really enjoy. Kelly can choose to do energy work to, I'm ready for the live audience. I want a bigger audience. I want to go the Esther Hicks route. Or she can choose to, I love what I'm doing right now on Facebook and YouTube. This feels so good. This is how I want to help my current tribe. She can do a combo of both. She can choose to enjoy this one. Because what we're mainly picking up is your split energy. And with a little bit of, I should be doing X, Y, Z, when we want you to hear that it's okay to choose ABC or X, Y, Z. If you choose ABC, some people call it plain small. That's how you chose to serve right now. And if you choose that route, we want you to be okay with that route. It's kind of like Bobbie shared a story with Kelly one time. And she just said, Kelly, look, some people, they want a mom and pop restaurant and they're so happy. They're so content. They have a close relationship with the people who come into the restaurant. They have a close relationship with their coworkers, so it feels more like a family. They like that familial feel to it, and they're so happy and content. And then there's some people who like the business growth, the expansion. They want to do the chain restaurants, and we know that we're adding a little bit of details to the story, Bobbie, right now. But both are fine. It doesn't make the billionaire the better one. Which one do you derive satisfaction from? And that's what we'd like you to hear right now. But they're open to some comments and questions from that.
The only thing that we would add is be at the fork in the road for a while. Feel the energy going in both directions. Know that both directions will work for you. And that for a little bit of time here, Chris, we're saying at least a couple of weeks to a month, just be here, be with the energy, be with the feeling, be with the knowing that the possibilities are there, but you don't have to rush in and make that decision this minute. You absolutely, we rarely tell people what to do, but for right now, we are saying it would really behoove you to just hang out in the transitional space and feel your way in to where you want to go next, and relax.
I knew there was more to the message. I have a cute real life story to share about that, Chris, that I think you'll like. I don't know if you've seen any photos on my Instagram of me, this little baby that I love so much. It's Real Roots. It's their child. And there was a point where she started crawling. There was a point where she was able to walk, but I had to hold my hands down, and she grabs both hands. She grabs my fingers with both hands and leads and walks. And then now she's walking on her own. It's almost as if like what I heard when Bobbie was saying, be okay with the transition period. It was a transition from crawling to walking on her own. Would you want the baby, my beautiful Kelly, who I just love holding so much, would you want her to not hold on to my hands and enjoy walking and running around? Be hard on herself, like, well, I can't walk yet. I might as well just waddle on the floor and lay on my belly. Like, I don't know. That was like a real story just popped into my head.
Good.
All right, guys. Comment me, Bobbie, unless you have anything else to say, comment me. Let's just knock some more out. We got 15 more minutes. Hey, Nicolina, thanks for joining. This is Bobbie G and I. We're doing some reads for people. And don't forget, guys, if you'd like to work with me a little more up close and personal, I have a synchronization workshop coming up September 1st, and there's bonus spots for everyone who still signs up. up. And everyone who comes to the workshop will get a one-on-one with Spirit and the hot seat. And if you'd like to work with Bobbie in a one-on-one reading, I just linked to her. But okay, so, okay. Oh, Kathleen's in the house. Shoot, can you guys write the word me again? I messed it up with the links. Or I could probably do it too. Aztec is in the house. Nicolina, if you listen to, whether if you're picked or not, if you listen to the general message, the messages to other people, you'll hear some of your answers too.
Always you will hear other answers if you listen with your heart and an open being. Kelly and I are like your own personal tarot cards or rune readings. You can extrapolate what you need out of what is said.
Okay, I'm seeing Renata's name and Dee's name flow right now. Okay. Which one, Spirit? Oh, you're both glowing. Danielle's a little bit lighter, so let's do Danielle first, and then we'll take Renata. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Renate next. And we're just gonna get through them. We got Linda Kay in the house too. Thanks for being here, everyone. Wonderful, Chris. She said it's funny, my world is good and growing. Beautiful. So Danielle, go ahead and write your question. Renate, yeah, you, Whitaker. Go ahead. Is Renata, is she even here still? I didn't see her, me. Whitaker, go ahead and get your question ready because we're just gonna start going through these. Most welcome, Chris. Love you too. Should we just do you want a question, Danielle, or do you want to just do a general? Ooh, Bobbie, you're gonna love this one. Can you give me guidance on establishing boundaries?
Shall I go first with this one, Kelly?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna fill into her energy a bit.
So as you look at establishing boundaries, we see hands up and stop. That's believing the problem's out there. We want you to breathe into your being. We want you to breathe into your body and notice what is comfortable inside of you. From that place, when other people are pushing past what is comfortable for you, you will be able to sense that what you're wanting and what they're wanting are not in alignment. From that place, you must incorporate the word no. It is important that you be willing to honor your space and your place in the world at the level that allows you to say, no, I don't think so. You don't have to scream. You don't have to yell. You merely need to be very clear what's okay with you. And when people are pushing past it, instead of folding in on yourself, you breathe in, center, and honor yourself. And forcefully if necessary, but gently if appropriate, say, I don't think so. No, that doesn't work for me. And when there's push, you let them push past you energetically. Their energy goes right around you and past you. It doesn't belong to you. And you stay firm where you're at and you say, no, that doesn't work for me. No, not going there. If you're secure and firm where you're at, they will push until they see it doesn't work. Some will keep pushing. You just have to remove yourself from them. But most people will go, oh, well, this ain't working, and go somewhere else to push. Once you're firm and clear, what is your truth? So pull inside yourself, get clear about your truth, and that will help you set the boundaries.
Yeah, Danielle. So some of it, I'm going to word it in just a little bit of a different way. I'll start with that and then I'll go into more. So in law of attraction terms, whenever you get like, this is person A, this is person B. Whenever you get around someone, whoever has the most energy work done on something, or they're very clear on what they want, this is what I'd like, their energy's higher. So when these two people collide, this tends to be the person that wins, that influences, that gets their way, that gets what they want. So it's just kind of a matter of, I want this, but a little vibration of insecurity around it. So you're not as strong in your energy. Otherwise, it'd be as easy, like Bobbie said, no. But right now it feels like I have to push. Why are they bearing down? Why are they taking advantage of me? It's just that energetic difference. The more that you get clear on it. And so a personal story is, a lot, I think you've been in my Facebook group a while, a lot of the story with my mom. It used to be, well, that back bedroom's taken up. You have to sleep in the same bed with me, even as an adult and visiting home. My energy shifted enough to, no, I need my own space. I need to be able to meditate. I need my own bed. So that the very last time I went home, when I walked into the home, they went, oh, Kelly, we have the bedroom ready for you. They made it up and everything. I walked in, I was like, oh, so my energy has shifted. Wonderful. When you do the energy work, that's the kind of shift that you can see. But part of it is, Danielle, so now there's two things that I'm picking up that's going on. There's a little bit of over giving, and we're going to clarify that as it's that giver archetype Kelly talked about, kind of the prostitute archetype by Carl Jung. It's that you have to give to get. Your actions, your thoughts, what you say, what you do, what you don't say are for sale in exchange for a feeling of security and a feeling of, well, I guess I'll do this even though I don't really want to, because in the future they'll get my back too. And the other part of that is a little bit of Kelly had a friend visit recently. And in that, there was a little bit of Kelly was feeling a little imbalance with the money and the way it was being spent. AKA Kelly felt, hey, they're taking from me a little bit too much here. And then I realized, no, I'm over giving. I have the unhealthy relationship with money. She has an amazing ability to receive. So she's a great example of what receiving looks like. I can learn from her. And now I know. So even though there was vibrational contrast felt, there was some judgment cast, like she's using me, she's taking advantage of me. She went, oh no, she's in the vibration of receiving and she knows how to do it gracefully. I know I want that more. And now I know that I want a firmer relationship with money. I want to feel better about keeping my money in my bank for me. I want to feel okay about building a savings, about buying a house, about increasing my financial frequency. I want to feel more okay with that. Danielle, how can you make that switch to, and now I know that I want to do a little less giveaways, still keep some, but a little less. And now I know I'm ready to be paid for my services. I'm ready to continue doing free work and be paid. And now I know, do you see that kind of duality of what is it that's bothering you? And what do you now know that you really want? It took Kelly some time with her mom because there was years of momentum built up of her mom being the one in charge. It was a mom-daughter situation. So it wasn't just overnight. Kelly just, now I know I really want the bedroom to myself. That's what I really want. She communicated it verbally, but until she really felt into it, meaning every time she went to another family member's house where they were, here's the bedroom for you, she basked in it. She went, this feels so good. I feel like an adult. I feel respected. I feel cherished. I feel adored. It feels good to be able to lay in this bed and have a little reprieve whenever I need. That helped raise her energy. And also when she was home, this doesn't feel good. I don't like that I have to sleep on a couch right now and that one of them wakes up early in the morning, one of them wakes up at night. I really want a place of my own. Bask in what's good. And when you've hit vibrational contrast, feel what you don't want, what do you now know you want? And then your energy will come up because it's not what Bobbie was talking about in Kelly's words, how Kelly words it is, there's a hard boundary and a soft boundary. A hard boundary, there's two chocolate cones. There's the hard chocolate on the outside. There's a soft chocolate on the inside. The hard chocolate on the outside is, no, you will not do X, Y, Z. The soft one is, no. And they're asking, do you understand? Hey, Danielle, I made a meditation that helps with that. That kind of is a big thing for empaths, people who kind of easily feel the energy of other people. If any of you have a problem with that, not a problem. If any of you are looking to grow in that area to feel into your energy easier, I made a meditation exactly for that. And it's only $9. So I linked to it in the chat room for you guys. Okay, so Whitaker is loving your message, Bobbie. Pang is saying he means the kissy face. Mwah. And in the house. Okay, guys. So, oh, wait, not me, because we're doing Whitaker. So Danielle is saying, thank you so much. It's been a long journey. Just keep getting stronger. Yes. Can I nitpick right now? I'm going to nitpick.
I didn't know I was the permission giver. You have my blessing.
I feel a little better now, actually, Bobbie.
Oh, that was Thor.
Was that Thor? Sup, Thor? I want to hear from you later. Okay, so Danielle.
I know what you asked for.
Are you kidding? Now I really want to hear from you. Instead of viewing it as keep getting stronger, I need to be stronger, I need to be stronger, I need to be stronger, view it, soften it a bit, because then you're putting this pressure on yourself and a little bit of judgment. If you know, kind of like the weight loss, the spirit joined with you. There was, I used to binge, man, like a lot. I've dropped like 50 pounds and kept it off. So I still binge, not nearly to the degree, but like the main biggest difference is I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. I need to be stronger. I was judging myself while I was doing something that self-soothed me. So instead of like, I need to be stronger, damn it, it came up again and I didn't do it. View it as I'm growing more in love with myself. I'm getting more in touch with what I want and knowing that it's safe to express my desires. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of the population that are evil, who aren't going to listen to you, aren't going to respect you. And those are the people, you heard Bobbie's message, that you just back away from them and get them out of your life. Like, nope, you're out of my life. That would be the one case where I'd say, be the cone that has the chocolate on the outside. Nope, you cannot contact me anymore. Nope, I can't talk about that topic with you. But the other 95% of the time, the more you are in touch with your own energy, no. If you feel bad about saying no, because a lot of my, oh shoot, Bobbie, we might go a tiny bit over because I promised Renate we'd give her a thing, but I kind of want to finish this. Like a part of my growth, Danielle, was I used to be friends with everyone that I gave a read with, everyone that I connected on Facebook. I was just friends with them, which obviously exhausting. And obviously a lot of them, they'd be like, oh, does Spirit have a little message for me today? So I was like exhausted because I was keeping up too many people, and exhausted because I was like working all the freaking time. And I also had like friends in my local community. And from that, like I used to, when they would invite me out and I'd say like, hey, I can't tonight. Sometimes they'd throw guilt trips my way. But that's because the balance was here. And it always felt like, God, why do they always give me such a hard time? As soon as I started feeling into it, their backlash to it lessened. And there was finally one time where I just went, no, I'm getting my introvert on. And I didn't feel anything other than, God, that felt so good to really tune into what I wanted, express it, and I was okay with it. I didn't care how she acted or not. And as soon as I really love that I tap into myself and express it so easily. That was when she didn't say anything. I was like, damn, was it that easy all along?
That's what we're talking about.
Okay, quick questions, and we're going to do Renate. Love this message for Dia. Found it helpful too. Wonderful, Linda. Most of the messages do help. Kathleen, thank you. Helpful advice for me. Also listening at work, so not commenting as much. The Bobbie and G, the Bobbie G and Kelly radio show. Chris is saying it's awesome. Highly recommend it. Chris, did you buy that meditation? This is the second meditation I put up on my website, but thank you though. I'm glad you liked. I think you bought the first one. If you bought the second one too, great. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, it's your ex, Danielle. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, she said, got it. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So Renate, her question, Bobbie, was
just one quick comment. Danielle, it's more than your ex. That's just where your energy is focused right now. The message that we gave you permeates to many of your relationships. Pay attention to it all. Now on to Renata.
Yeah, because there's there's a little bit of over giving in your work too right now, Danielle. So Renata's question, Bobbie, is a message to get over old fear blockages. I'm gonna let you go first because I just made a YouTube video about this, so I'm gonna go find.
So a message to get over old fear blockages, Renata. The first thing you want to do is identify them. Then you want to acknowledge and be aware that it's your belief that creates the fear, that creates the blockages that you're needing to get beyond. As you begin to look at the illusions that create the fear, that create the problem, the old stories that you are telling yourself about why there is danger and why there is upset, and you begin to examine, perhaps some of that was true at one time. Perhaps some of that was in your reality at that time. Even then, it was your perceptions on some level. But as you bring the story forward, it becomes a solid block. As you begin to look to see whether or not it's true in your current, you are able to move beyond it. So when we're going to give an example from the Bobbie, when she is thinking about moving forward and thinking about expanding her life and thinking about all of the stuff that she wants to do, and then the old fears come up, but what if this happens, and what if that happens, and what if I'm not successful, and what if, like that time I ended up eating oatmeal 3 times a day, and what if, and what if, and what if? And looking at those going, okay, some of that actually happened. 90% of it, even back then, was fear. Then look at the reality of where you're at today, the successes you've had, the possibilities that exist, and tap into that higher knowing that you're a creative, vibrant, expansive individual. You can build on the old success and build on the old success to create new success and release the old fear tapes. When you find yourself running an old tape, notice it, dissect it, look for the lie within it, then create a new story about how you're going to transcend this. You may not know all the how. You have a vision of where you want to go. You may not know all the steps you're going to take to get there, but you know that you have been successful and you can move forward. Focus more powerfully on your successes than your failures, and you will move forward in a more delightful way. The blocks dissolve when you have a template, a positive possibility in front of you.
She's saying it resonated so much that I want to cry. It's all good. I have some work to do. Thank you, Bobbie and Kelly. All right, so I'm just going to link for you, Renata. I literally just posted this YouTube video yesterday. I'm so glad I did. George is saying, Kelly, if you would just do what we would say, you'll have these synchronistic things happen all the time. And it's about law of attraction and fear. And in there, I channeled Spirit's message about fear in general. And they shared a story that I think that's really going to resonate, Renate, I'm sorry. About a fear I had and how it's morphed over time. She'll really like that. Kathleen saying great insights. Thank you, ladies. So just to kind of let everyone know, if you would like the meditation I mentioned, I just linked to it there. If you'd like to join me for my workshop coming up September 1st, it's going to be up to 4 hours because I want everyone who comes. It's limited to 20 at most because I want it to be super small and intimate so that everyone gets a chance in the hot seat. If they want, if you just want to listen, that's okay. I have that coming up in 2 weekends. The first 10, you get a bonus workshop the following Sunday, so kind of huge growth there. And if you would like a reading with Bobbie, let me get the link.
And just to give you a heads up, I think what I have available is this Thursday and maybe next Thursday. So those are the 2 times. Although if you can't find any of those and you contact me through my website, sometimes I can squeeze you in at other times. So just let me know.
Okay. Love you all. And we will, Bobbie and I are going to reconvene and figure out what our regular schedule is going to be. It's likely not going to be every Monday. It might be once a month or it might be twice a month, but we'll get back to you now that we both kind of settled in and figure out the regular schedule. So love you all.
Mwah.